So we go to Group T this race, and this is the first race for both Zarby and Ruble. And we've got the go sign, and we're going to find out what's in that first chest in just a moment. You're going to have a very bad time. That's a good omen.
Absolutely, and with a heart container to start,
well,
that can be a huge help with these runs.
Absolutely, especially considering the fact that, well, we saw one of the players end up dying in the escape portion of this run in the first go-around. But this might be a slower trip here through Hyrule if we don't find the boots like we did in the first run. So grabbing the sword here from the uncle, what do you think happened to the uncle?
Honestly, I think it was a chance of not having a life alert. He fell and he couldn't get up.
Oh! I don't think he had enough Weetabix in the morning.
Nope, definitely not.
And I don't know. We continue our breakfast with the link to the past randomizer as we go to Hyrule Castle. Notice Zarby's trying to kill the guards, and that's because he's looking for a bomb. And the reason why they're looking for bombs here is because the prize packs have been shuffled.
Yes, and with those prize packs, it mixes up every single drop that all of these guards can drop. So there is a chance that they can drop a bomb.
Yep, if they're in the bomb drop group here, well, that's more power to you because you want to have a bomb for this escape. I've yet to call a race where they've had to backtrack into the castle at the end to get the 3 chests.
I have not seen very many of them. I have seen a couple, but not very many. It's been far and few in between. All right. Well, I am definitely interested to see what is going to end up, or what the strats are going to be for Ball and Chain Man.
It's going to surely be different than the early race because you're not going to be able to fire rod it.
Exactly. There have been some really, really interesting strats. Oh, and that they go starting out with 2 bombs with that 10 bomb upgrade.
Yes, that definitely helps. That does count as bombs in your inventory. So there you go.
Absolutely. Ruble heading in, taking out that little green guard there.
Yep, and wise decision by Ruble grabbing the pot.
Absolutely. Zarby just going straight in. Oh, goes down to half a heart.
Wow.
Looks like he's going to go for the pot strat.
Yeah, you got to at that point in time.
Oh, and the Pegasus boots to start.
Oh, we have another early Pegasus boot seed.
Oh my gosh.
So now the bombs do not come into consideration because you can just dash into the wall. And again, because we've got early boots, those bomb counters are going to be high.
Oh, absolutely.
What is with these early races wanting to get these guys running fast? Oh, it must be because of the morning aerobics.
It must be. I don't know. Myself, I'm more of a wake and just sit down and shut up kind of guy.
Which is hard to do at 10:30, at 10:15 when you have to commentate a Zelda race.
I hear that, but it's definitely a lot of fun and it's worth it.
They know that Big John's here, so they definitely wanted to give them the boots. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Breakfast with the Legend of Zelda. This is 2 straight races where the boots were found in the first 5 chests.
Absolutely. So that last run ended up being absolutely phenomenal. Having those boots that entire run really helped them out. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to go with this run.
Now, because we've already got a key, that means there's a possibility that the chest coming up in the next couple of rooms is going to have something essential in it. We'll find out. Zarby just a little behind where Ruble is, and that's because he had to take a little bit of safety because he was down to a half a heart against the ball and chain guy, down to, we find a piece of heart, And both players bonking into the key door.
Oh man. Well, I hope chat's keeping up with their bonk tracker.
Yeah. Again, guess high when we get to the bonk count about 100 minutes from now.
Absolutely. Looks like Ruble had another bonk there on the wall, but this is definitely going to be a bonk count for the ages.
Yep, and we're gonna have a guaranteed bonk to open up this wall here. And,
and
red
starting out with
mail.
red mail. Oh man. This has been fantastic so far. That's a really good setup for these runners.
Yep. Health is not going to be quite a concern with the red mail. Now, you still gotta be careful. Certain enemies, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, can still dish out some bad damage to you.
Absolutely, they absolutely can.
And we find out what's in the sanctuary chest, and it's a bomb
Sticky
increase.
priests hiding bombs. All right.
All right, so let's see where these runners end up going with 46 and 47 rupees respectively. They're going to probably check out the Dash Cave early for first thing here, as Ruble does have to go and check it out. You might as well. It's on the way.
Absolutely, and it's just so much easier to just grab right there once you have those boots.
And 300 rupees.
Not a bad find.
I guess we don't
Not
have to
bad
worry
at all.
about rupees for Kakariko Village.
Nope. That's looks like Ruble may be going to check out what's in the lumberjack. Oh, checking the tree first.
Oh,
Nice set of
pull
rupees
right
Very
there.
nice.
Just
Zarby
use
going to find the
pull.
same.
Yep, same pull here for Zarby with the 80 rupees. And inside the lumberjack cave, this will tell us if Agnum's going to be required, and it looks like the fighter shield.
That is what it looked like.
Hopefully, a confirmation Zarby's end. Yep, it is the fighter shield. So, Ag 1, less likely to be required at this point.
Absolutely. Much less, very, very much less likely.
Still small possibility if we run into a roadblock in a 20 rupee in the mirror spot, or rather the mushroom spot. Both players, after getting enough rupees earlier... Oh, silver arrows!
Oh, wow, that is a fantastic find.
That is huge right there. No fishing out silvers later on. This scene is just giving it to these players early on. As Ruble is going to be the first to Kakariko Village, she'll get to go ahead and check all the chests in there, except for one, the sick kid right now, because we don't have a bottle. And we saw that come into play in the last run.
Yes, absolutely. That last run, it really did. It came down to that bottle. Ruble heading into Blind's house. Let's see what he's going to end up finding in here. Oh, Zarby doing the same thing. We had a couple rupees, some bombs, a little bit of love. Oh, a little bit of more love.
Yep. 2 heart containers, pretty good at this point in time. Rupees.
Just some more rupees
are all right. It's getting these runners a little bit closer to where they could check Zora's domain, at least to get the 500 rupee item out of there.
Yep. Looks like Ruble's heading into the well and jumping on in.
We haven't seen a map from either player, so what do you think we're going to find as the required Light World dungeons?
For Light World, I'm thinking all 3 are going to end up being crystals.
Oh, nice. It's just like it was in the last run.
I've seen it more times than not that it ends up being that way.
Oh,
and Ruble
there's the
finds
flute.
That flute.
That's a nice find right here in Kakariko Village.
Yes, it is. Don't have to travel far to activate it, and it can get them just about anywhere.
Yep, and that also opens up Death Mountain access.
Absolutely.
And we find another heart container here in Kakariko Village from the bottle vendor. And here we go with the swag ducks already. And both runners, yep, they're going to activate this duck now. And
That is a fantastic idea.
yes. because you're gonna probably likely flew out of here instead of save and quit like they normally would do if they want to check the south side.
Absolutely, and it'll be quite a bit faster. It'll save them some time.
And we tried to get it into the wall, did Ruble, but it didn't happen.
Nope. No glitching chicken.
And I missed what was in the chest, but it obviously wasn't important.
Nope, I believe it was just bombs. Or, no, blue rupee.
Well, you were right in the color. It was blue. There's the
I know
piece
I've
of
just
heart.
seen that little flash of blue there.
Now, wouldn't that be something if for 2 races in a row, the race game is for a bottle?
Oh, absolutely.
And we're going to check the library first.
Oh, and he's got the mushroom.
Oh, yes. So you want to grab that because you never know when a fetch quest is going to yield you something good.
Exactly. I've seen some really fantastic things come out of those fetch quests. Ruble going to check out the race. Nope,
And
just 10 arrows.
Yep, nothing important right now. So with the flute in hand, it's going to be easy to make yourself to other places in the world, and obviously the next destination is going to be the swamp. Let's go ahead and see what's in these 2 items. Just more love.
Just a little bit.
11 minutes in and you're already up to 8 heart containers. Gotta be a nice feeling.
Absolutely. Not to have to worry about running into something and dying, and finding the blue mail. Sadly, that's not going to help them out at all. Just a little bit of troll.
Yes, it is. If for whatever reason they couldn't get that during the escape, there you go. This game just wants these guys to be healthy.
Absolutely. And Zarby with another bonk on his bonk counter there. And Ruble heading into Mini Moldorm Cave.
I mean, the items that these guys have found are nice, but nothing progresses the story all that much just yet. Yes, they can get onto Death Mountain via the flute, but...
Oh, and Ruble finds the Titan's Mitt!
Oh, there we go.
That'll definitely be a nice help for continuing on. Not much else in there, but that Titan's Mitt will be a huge, huge factor.
Oh, absolutely. The ability now to lift up the stones is nice. It still doesn't progress the story though, because they can't complete any of the dungeons yet.
Not yet. They do still have quite a big option of chests to choose from though. They still have Ice Palace, which Ruble's heading into right now. Zarby's doing fake flippers to... let's see, what's he planning? Looks like he's going to check out the island, which has got a piece of heart on it, and then head into Hobo.
I like this play.
I agree. And I think Ruble's going to be heading to Death Mountain next. That'd be the best option. Yep. He's gonna go check out the... Oh, nope, I lied. Ruble is...
Looks like setting up fake flippers, yeah. And
Zarby finds the book.
book.
Not a bad find. Not a bad find. That'll fully unlock desert for him.
Well, not 100%. There's still the matter of a torch device.
Oh, that is true.
But it might make him think of heading in that direction. But nope. He's going to make the play I would make at this point and head on over to Death Mountain, grab the old guy, see what his item is, see what's on Spectacle Rock.
Exactly.
And we see the book pick up here for Ruble. And you have to save and quit at that point because you can't fake flippers off that ledge. The game says no. The way fake flippers works is that it's got to happen right at the position of a screen transition. So Zarby up on the mountain, going to see what the old guy gives him. The mirror!
Vanilla mirror.
Now that makes Tower of Hera a possibility. Oh, and we find the second level shield on the ledge in the desert.
Ooh.
And Ruble now checking Agados Cave, see what he's got in store, and 50 rupees is on Spectacle Rock, and what's inside the cave? Ooh, the Ether Medallion. You're going to want to grab that just in case. And we find the lower quality glove in Agados Cave. So I'm Zarby. I'm making the right move right now because you can't get everything in the Tower of Hera because of the torches, but there are more often than not, the torches don't matter. There's 2 items, and it is a crystal dungeon. It looks like Eastern is a pendant.
Oh.
From what I have seen, and we'll have people confirm that to us in just a moment. As Ruble is going to go to Sarsaparilla, as I call it, Sarashala's cave here, and see what's inside.
Oh, I call him Shamalama Ding Dong.
There's so many different names for him. That's why it says it during the end credits. Nothing good in his cave, by the way. Zarby heading up. He's got Tower of Hera on his mind.
It looks like it. It sure looks like it.
And I agree with this play because at this point, he's thinking. He thinks that he thought it through. Yes, I was gonna say he may have thought real fast. Yeah, it does confirm to us. Eastern is for the red pendant. It looks like Crystal 1 for the desert, and Hera as well for Crystal. Ruble's trading in the mushroom. We're gonna see what's in there, and it's a heart container.
Oh, a little heart container there. So
no piece of love.
So I'm sorry, Shift. There is no old man love in this seed.
So
and Elena coming in to the chat, just saying hi to everybody.
And we find the big key in the second chest here in the Hera, which is a good thing because otherwise Zarby couldn't do anything.
Oh.
So Ruble's about to get his mirror, which might put him on the path to head to Hera. Zarby with the Ether Medallion in hand.
Oh, and Zarby ends up finding that shovel. That'll be another fetch quest for him.
Yep. And you notice he opted not to go for the big chest because he can't get to it from that way. He's got to do it the conventional way without the hook shot.
Not to mention that's going to end up saving him a lot of time. Oh, and it finds Vanilla Moon Pearl.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Which now officially opens up all the Dark Road, at least on the west end.
Yep, that it does.
Storing up some hearts, getting ready for the Moldern fight as Ruble is about to pick up the Ether Medallion. So, the mirror at the old man, the Moon Pearl in the big chest. Are we sure these guys aren't just doing the no major glitches run?
That's exactly what chat's wondering right now.
Nice composure there by Zarby not to get pushed off the ledge. But does on
and
the
he
final
still gets
attempt.
pushed.
He was on the final attempt, though.
Oh, that's rough.
And he's got to do that all over again. That is a rough...
Oh, no, and again! Oh, just not having any luck on Moldorm here.
Moldorm is tough. You got to get 6 hits on him, and... Oh, Ruble runs into the ball.
Oh, that's going to take a little bit of time to go through that chat.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid them now so he doesn't get into another chat box.
Absolutely.
Now, this is 100% chat boxes, by the way. We didn't tell these runners.
Oh, going for the last one. Last hit. Oh, and there he goes. Moldorm is down. Oh. Oops. Clicked the wrong crystals on these. Sorry, guys. I'm updating the crystals now.
So Zarby now
Misclicked
getting
on
the
them.
first crystal out of the Tower of Hera. But without anything else to progress this, he's going to go ahead and check to see what this shovel does, I believe. Or he's going to trade in the mushroom. He's going to trade in the mushroom first, but he's going to get the heart container, which we saw on Ruble's end.
Yep, absolutely.
And actually, that is correct. There is the possibility of getting the trip out to Western Dark World at this point.
Absolutely.
So, Ruble thinks about going to get to the big chest, but realizes that he doesn't have a way over there at this point, unless he tries to do bonk maneuver, which is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Zarby's going to check the ice cave right now, which he didn't do the first time around because he ended up fake flippering over to the hobo.
Yep, sadly we already know that he's not going to find anything big here. I believe it was just 5 rupees, if I remember right.
Ruble getting down the wrong hole there.
Oh, that's gonna kill a little bit of its time there. Yeah. Oh, piece of heart. That's right.
Just a little bit of love for guys who already have ample amount of hearts at the 21-minute mark. And Ruble
Absolutely.
grabbing the Mirror Moon Pearl and probably wondering if he's playing the vanilla game at this point. Interesting decision here by Zarby to check Misery Mire first.
Absolutely. And we may get a little peek at the medallion that will be needed.
Oh, he's taking the back door to the
Oh.
desert, I think, but it failed on him just a little bit.
Oh, actually, I think he was just checking the ledge item there first.
Oh, that is right, yes.
That's an interesting strat. And it looks like Quake is going to be needed.
Oh, yes, which is unfortunate because both players do not have that at this moment.
Zarby opting to check out the 2 chests here.
Ooh, ice
Misery-
rod.
Oh, finding that ice rod. It's a beautiful
Now,
find.
We don't know because we haven't seen the map yet if it's required.
Absolutely. It'll
We'll
be
see
really
as soon as he
interesting to
takes
see
a-
if it ends up.
Yeah. But he has not taken a look at the map. Ruble on the final stage of Moldern, and he gets him without getting knocked down.
Oh.
That's good.
That is going to be a nice little time save for Ruble.
Ooh, the first bottle we've seen in the game.
Yep, absolutely.
So knowing that, Zarby's going to pick that up, that blue goo.
Ruble finishing up Moldorm there. Darn it. There it goes. Okay.
So the question is what's Zarby going to do next? Oh, he's going to backdoor into the desert.
Oh, very
Interesting
smart.
decision. Interesting decision because he cannot beat this dungeon yet.
Nope. But he can go through and check majority of the items here.
He does know
Oh,
that
and-
he can get the big key though.
Big key right there. Beautiful.
Oh, Turtle Rock is required. Green Pendant is the Thieves Town, and Misery Mire is the Blue Pendant.
All right, so I'll get those marked here real quick.
So that Quake Medallion might not be required after all. And 50 rupees, the reward for the chess game today. These Ruble opening up Thieves Town, but he's going to check everything else here first. Because there is always the awkward feeling when you can go into Thieves Town without the hammer and end up having that be required.
Absolutely.
So we really have yet to see any really necessary items at this point, except for the ice rod.
Yep.
Oh, there's the flippers for
Oh.
Zarby. and bombs. So he got both items out of the desert. So this is not a winnable dungeon at this point, but getting the flippers is big. Ruble's opting to go check the digging game, and can't blame him at this point. And Zarby heading out of the desert. And the question is, where's he going to go next? He's going to check Agana first before leaving the desert. And we're going to wait to see where either the lamp or the fire rod is, because that's what they're going to need to be able to beat the desert. Oh, 300 rupees.
Not a bad reward.
But Zarby now in place where he can check both things that are in Zora's domain.
Yep, Zarby not having any luck, just finding that power glove there.
Yep. Hoping for something else big.
Oh, Ruble going to take the frog back to his home.
That's correct. Now, Zarby doesn't know this, but he doesn't need to do Misery Mire that we know of at this point. Under most circumstances, won't. But now he warps on over towards the southeast. He's going to head to Zora's domain now.
It looks like it, and that's a really good idea at this point.
It's a great play at this point.
Yeah, with having those flippers, that'll unlock both items up there for him. It'll save him a lot of time.
Ooh, the Cane of Samaria!
Oh my gosh, that is a great find.
And that is the first real essential item here for Ruble.
Absolutely.
And it looked like rupees were on the ledge here for Zarby, so...
Yep.
Oh, I'd never seen the Zora go that far up when he bonked into him with a sword. Wow. He should get extra points for that Zora toss.
The kick was good.
Ooh, the cape.
Oh,
is worth
not
100 rupees today.
Very interesting find.
Ooh, the Quake medallion.
Oh, there's Quake.
In the mirror required cave. Now we don't know the requirements for Turtle Rock at this point, but
exactly. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna end up being the really big deciding factor with these. And it looks like Ruble's gonna end up taking his shovel and go. Or well, no,
he doesn't have the shovel.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know if he's gotten the shovel.
Oh, he is warping back. It looks like he does have the shovel.
Oh,
yeah, he did. He grabbed the shovel out of oh, the butter sword.
Oh, wow, that's a fantastic find.
Hello. We're gonna take away that chest now and continue our path on over to the locksmith. Now Zarby's playing. Let's get some extra rupees. So he's going back into the chest. Now he takes a look at the map. Now realizes each town is for a green pendant, which means it's for 4 items plus the possibility of a 5th if it turns out that Sarsaparilla has something essential in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Turtle Rock was 7. Oh, I did not get to see the other numbers. Skull Woods is 3. So there's a possibility that both Light World dungeons could be 5 and 6.
Couldn't that be something? We're being told Swamp Palace is 5.
Oh, good.
And
and they already have 6. Tower of Hera was 6.
Nice. So 20 rupees a reward for destroying the ancient artifact of Hyrule today. And good decision here by Ruble with the shovel in hand. So yeah, he could definitely text these tablets. Zarby going into the Green Pendant dungeon of Thieves Town, hoping to find something to help move along his seed. Right now, based on items, Ruble's got a couple more progression items than Zarby does, as he gets ready to head over to the Hype Cave.
All right, let's get a little bit of hype for the Hype Cave in the chat.
Hype!
And Hype Cave starting out with 20 rupees, a little bit of a troll.
That's not quite hype,
but picking up with half magic. Oh, man.
And a whole bunch of love afterwards, because these guys don't have enough hearts already.
No, definitely not.
Ruble up to 12 hearts at this point. And Ruble heading the flute out. I think he ended up accidentally fluting before he realized, oh, you can't do that in the Dark World.
Oh, if only.
He's trying to decide where to go. Heads back to Kakariko Village. He doesn't have a bottle yet, does he? Because Zarby's picked up the 2 bottles so far, if I remember
believe
correctly.
so.
So he still can't check Sick Kid, so we don't know if Sick Kid is required.
Not as of yet, we haven't seen. I'm curious to see what Ruble's thinking to do.
A lot of things when we talk about Randomizer comes down to decisions. What decisions you make at what times.
Absolutely. Oh, he's going to be checking out Bumper Cave, and it's just a piece of heart.
That's good while you're in the area to check to see what it is, but we know
Yes,
that
it
the
is.
runners need the fire rod because you need it for both Turtle Rock as well as Skull Woods.
Mm-hmm.
The ice
That
rod,
you
which
do.
we know Zarby has, the bow is a needed item too. The hookshot's a needed item too.
Very good idea for Ruble here. He's checking out the cave above King's Tomb, and then probably going to be checking out King's Tomb next.
Yeah, it's the best route to make right now.
Oh, and sadly only finds bombs.
He'll pick them up. He only had 5.
Mm-hmm.
Not like bombs are ever an issue in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it looks like Zarby is heading up to Blind. Oh, it looks like he may just finish out this dungeon.
Well, he is going to go ahead and finish this out. I think he's keeping tabs of the 4 items. He can't get the big chest because he doesn't have the hammer, which is another thing that these guys need.
Yep, absolutely.
But it is a green pendant dungeon, so if you're already playing, you're making the investment to go through it, you might as well finish it off.
That is very true. Ruble finding just a little bit more love there in the King's Tomb.
Yeah, because, like I said, 12 hearts aren't enough.
Mm-hmm.
The insect puns today here from Blind the Thief. Now, Zarby has the magic cape. So if he runs into any problems, and remember, he's doing with the fighter's sword, which the only importance about that with this fight is the idea that his sword isn't as long as the butter sword would be, but he does finish off the fight, gets 20 rupees for the boss, and catches the green pendant. So if Sarsaparilla, or Srashla as the name is, has something essential, we'll know soon enough. And the Sick Kid only has a bomb increase, so not like earlier.
No help from the Sick Kid.
And the chat giving us their sick Blind the Thief lines here. And Ruble's going to go into Thieves Town too. And Zarby's going to go ahead and check the digging game, where once again we know, because we saw it on Ruble's sign, that it's for 300 rupees.
Oh, looks like Zarby doing a little bit of... Oh, he's putting a nice little Z there.
I love this. And he digs it one more for the Z effect. I love it. He's marking his territory.
That he is. And we're getting some Z's in the chat. A little bit of cheering there for Zarby. Zoro strats.
Yep, he's slashing it with a Z. Except for digging it with a Z this time around. So we know the play that Zarby's going to have to make at some point in time is to get the shovel over to the Haunted Grove area. We're probably going to see him do that like we did with Ruble a few minutes ago. Do it when he brings the chest over.
Absolutely. Looks like Ruble's going to be checking out Misery. Oh, Zarby picking up that Staff of Samaria there.
Yep, the required cane of Samaria, because you need it for the Turtle Rock You might need it for Misery Mire if you end up having to venture into it. We don't know what the pedestal is at this point.
Yep.
And it's
Ruble
time
coming
to
in.
escort a chest.
Ruble coming in and finding that ice rod.
Yep, and he knows that it's required because Turtle Rock is required, and you need the ice rod for one whole thing in this entire game.
Exactly. Just
A
that
good
little
old
troll
boss
ice rod.
called Trinex.
Zarby grabbing another bottle while he's here.
Why
Looks
not?
like he's gonna do the digging game and find himself a nice butter sword. Nice little stick of butter hidden under the ground. And there it is.
Seems like dirty butter at this point.
Just a little bit. Ruble grabbing another bottle. Oh, looks like you may have gotten chat riled up a little bit there with that little dirty butter.
Well, I'm not sure if I would really want to have margarine or butter that has dirt specks all over. As Ruble's into the Desert Palace now, like Zarby, he cannot beat this right now, but he's going to find something really nice in there.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
So both of these runners pretty much doing what the opposite did about 10 minutes ago, which kind of helps us out.
Oh.
So we can go ahead and talk about this tournament and how fun this tournament's been, and that there's more races coming up here on Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 during the course of this afternoon. And if you haven't followed Speed Gaming 2, definitely do so, because some of the races will be over there. It's a good idea to help support these guys.
Absolutely.
To keep us on the air.
Yes, and please, everybody, don't forget to follow your runners. They're giving a fantastic show here, and it's oh man,
this is a contrast to the earlier seed, where we don't really have an idea of where some of the essential items are at the 36-minute mark. I mean, we know where the flippers are. Ruble just picked them up. We know where the 2 of the 3 medallions are, but we don't have the bow, we don't have the hook shot, and we don't have the fire rod, which are 3 very important things, nor do we have the hammer.
Absolutely.
And what 3 dungeons were pedestal dungeons again? Pendant dungeons?
It was Misery of Mire, not Turtle Rock, I'm sorry. Misery of Mire, Eastern Palace, and Thieves Town.
So we know that
it should be marked correctly on the HUD there.
So
yeah, okay.
We know that the bow can't be in the Master Sword pedestal.
Zarby finding that half magic there.
Yep.
Nice little help out for him.
Fire rod still is a possibility for pedestal. And I'm just trying to think of what else could possibly be in the pedestal at this point. Hookshot might not, because Misery Mire... Again, this came down to what I asked in the last game. I'm not sure if the logic would allow the hookshot to be the pedestal and Misery Mire is a pendant.
I'm not sure.
But the hammer could be. Oh no.
That it could.
Well, yeah, it still could be, because Misery... yeah, Thieves Town is beatable without the hammer.
Yes, it is.
So
Looks
logic
like
does
Ruble
allow
may
Hookshot
be
Misery
heading.
Mire, so it is possible, under the logic, that it could be there too. That it could be over in the pedestal.
Looks like Ruble's heading over to Eastern Palace.
He's gonna head to Sarashla. No, he's not. He is heading to Eastern. I thought he was gonna go check Sarashla to see what the item was.
Well, I don't believe he's I didn't see if he had completed Thieves Town or not.
He may have just done the first 4 chests. Yes, you're right.
Zarby taking a look at what's there on Bumper Cave.
But we have been confirmed by VTorp that the logic does allow for the hookshot to be in Mire as well as potentially the pedestal, because you can bonk into that one block to get yourself to the other side. And
Oh.
definitely thank you for that assistance on that.
Absolutely. That's one of the things I love about having chat here is if there's something that you have a question about or something that you're not 100% sure about, there might be somebody in chat that might have it down.
And all that work for bombs on Zarby's end.
Yep. Ruble making a trip over there to see if he can maybe get lucky and get something good out of one of these chests in Eastern Palace.
And so far, nothing good in Eastern Palace. That we can
Not
see.
as of yet. Zarby heading over to check out King's Tomb. Sadly, not going to find much there.
And we find a piece of heart on this end here. So the question now becomes, where will these essential items be?
That is the question of the day. Oh, Ruble having a little trouble triggering the skeletons there.
He missed with both of his pots and therefore could not get the easy room.
Oh, and Ruble finding that mirror shield.
Well, there you go. Not a required item, but nice to have.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a 20 rupee inside the second chest, so only one item remains. And Ruble's only hope is that the item is in this third and final chest that he's got to clear out in the big key room.
Yep, Zarby checking out Catfish. Let's see if he gets anything good there.
I like the bonk pose.
And the
here.
hook shot from Catfish.
Ooh.
Oh, that is going to be a huge help.
Yes.
Huge help. And I think somebody actually in chat called that earlier. Hook shot coming from Catfish.
So now we know the hook shot find is really, really important for Zarby at this point. It does unlock Eastern Death Mountain.
That it does. Sadly, nothing but mirror shield found in Eastern Palace there. Little bit of a help, but not to further the run here.
Yep. And with nowhere else to go, Ruble's going to check out.
Oh, Zarby heading over to Pyramid, checking to see what's hidden up here.
Yep.
Getting his spin speed.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful spin speed.
Indeed.
Oh, and finding the Cane of Burna.
Yeah, the Cane of Burna, he's going to pass on it, doesn't need it. He's got the magic capes if he needs anything for invincibility. Ruble's going to Aga.
Oh, sadly, that's going to kill some time for him.
Ruble must think that Aga is required to get to the remainder. He doesn't realize with the flippers he's got access to the northeastern section of Hyrule, of Dark World Hyrule.
That he does. Sadly, that's going to put him behind a little bit, but...
Yeah, he's going to sync up about 4 or 5 minutes. Zarby's taking Srashla.
Oh, and finds the red boomerang.
Oh.
Not fantastic, but a little bit of a help.
Well, it's nice to find, but you were hoping that it was a progression item at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm really hoping that Zarby isn't thinking about going to the Palace of Darkness because he's missing 2 items that he needs to
Ruble
beat that.
saves and quits out of Aghanim, and it looks like he might be heading for Zora. Looks like he went in and started to realize that he hasn't done Zora yet. Oh, nope.
I'm trying to figure out what's on Ruble's mind at this point.
I'm not sure. Maybe he thought that he couldn't get into Dark World, and then just remembered that he had Titan Mitts. Zarby checking out, I believe, Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, he's in the Palace of Darkness, which is a very, very interesting play because right now you only have access
a very small amount without the bow and the hammer.
Yep, you cannot get 3 items.
Do.
You can't get 3 chests in here without having the bow or the hammer right now. Now, there's a possibility maybe he can find one of those 2 in here.
Exactly. And I think that's the chance that he's taking right now.
Ruble not checking, he's not checking catfish while he's on this eastern end. So Ruble did figure it out that you can flip your way over to the other side.
Yes, he did.
Which is
Looks
why
like he's gonna
he
be checking
canceled
out
out
here.
of bagging him.
Oh, and Zarby finding that bug net. Sadly, another item that's not going to help progress his items here.
And Ruble finding the Cane and Burna says no to that. If he's making the right play right now, he's going catfish. And he'll know that he's got something to progress the seed at that point.
Oh, let's see what Zarby is headed up to.
Well,
Looks like he may be going to do some blind strats here.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because the other player has found the lamp, so that's another critical part of this.
Oh, and he finds the lamp! Oh, wow!
Wow!
Talk about an opportunity find there.
And Ruble finds the hook shot. So no dark rooms here. The lamp in the last possible chest before you get into one of the dark rooms here.
Wow, that is fantastic.
What timing?
Super troll lamp.
I think we're at 3 items, by the way, in the Palace of Darkness as far as the 3 out of 5 that this could have. Now, Ruble with the hook shot, he's heading to Eastern Death Mountain.
That is a very smart check.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if Zarby has checked that yet. I don't believe he has.
He has not. There's the big key, which is going to keep him on this path of insanity for just a few more moments. But unless these last 2 chests have the hammer or the bow and arrow, he's done.
Yep.
And if this doesn't have the bow and arrow, he's completely done with this dungeon.
Ruble going to check out the other side of Death Mountain.
And it's 50
and only finds
rupees.
Yep.
This dungeon is unwinnable at this point.
Ruble finding that blue boomerang. I don't know if he's going to spend the time to go and get that red boomerang, seeing as how he's going to have to go get that green pendant. Heading to mini Moldorms.
And Zarby now making the right play, heading up over to Death Mountain.
Good. That is a very smart play.
With
Ruble just cannot hit that mini Moldorm.
Oh, there's the hammer!
It's a hammer! Oh, that's fantastic find.
All we're now looking for that could possibly not be in the pedestal would be the fire rod. Ruble trying to set himself up for a bomb jump, and no.
And misses.
Now, Zarby's going to check the Ether Medallion, which neither player was able to do so because when they were up here earlier, neither player had a stronger shield. That. Yeah, neither player had the stronger sword.
Yep. Oh, and just a little bit more love. It looks there's a lot of love in this seed. A whole lot of love.
13 hearts for both players.
Mm-hmm.
And is it wrong of me to just immediately think of the guitar riff from Led Zeppelin on that?
Nope. Nope, I was thinking the same thing.
Spiral Cave here for Ruble.
Oh, Zarby heading to Dark World.
Yep, he's heading to Dark World first. Okay, he sets up a war point. I like this play.
Smart. That is very smart.
This play. A+ play here, Zarby. I would never.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ruble now heading to Dark World to take a look. Zarby, that blue boomerang's not going to help him out any since he's already found that red.
And Fire Rod can be at the pedestal. Misery Mire only needs a light source to get past the torches, and if you've got the lamp, you can light those 4 torches without a problem.
Absolutely. Zarby moving in, finding just a little bit more love there before he picks up the hammer at the last chest, and that's
There
a
he
fantastic
goes.
find for him.
There he goes. So he tried out two to set up a bomb jump, but like our counterpart Ruble, he ended up falling down, but no problems. He's got himself a warp coming in here. He's going to check the Death Mountain area now, and Ruble is going to be going into the Hookshot Cave.
Now, there's quite a few different chances he's got here to find some nice items.
And like I said, all we are looking for right now that could not be in the pedestal would be the Fire Rod. The bow can't be there because of Eastern Palace, so the bow is still elusive to both of these players. It could also be the bombos.
Zarby having some bad luck with the blocks there. Ends up having to run around. He was trying to hookshot through the blocks and just missed his opportunity there.
An interesting decision here by Ruble to save and quit before he checks out the Turtle Rock Medallion.
No kidding.
And I'm really hoping that doesn't come back to play, because what if that is bombos?
Exactly. Well, let's see if Zarby will decide to check it instead.
Yeah. And he is going to check it
Yep.
for us. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to make sure.
Yep, making sure that it's... Yep. It's
And
making
it's
sure
just-
that he does need to check that.
And it's
And
Quake.
it is Quake.
So
All right.
Ruble is fine. Ruble is fine. If that was bombos, though, he might be in a false sense of security.
Absolutely. Zarby now heading over, gonna find a whole bunch of arrow upgrades.
Yep. This is where the arrow increase the depository of Hyrule lies.
Absolutely.
Ruble's going into swamp. I agree with this decision, but let's see how it goes. Again, we're still looking for the fire rod and the bow.
Yep.
And then these guys will
Yes,
be
we
on
are.
go mode.
Zarby heading over to check out Spiral Cave.
And we find a red rupee in the first of 6 possible items here in the Swamp Palace, which the 6 items makes Swamp a decent play at this point.
Yes, exactly. Not to mention that it Swamp end up being crystal number 5. That'll also give him access to the large fairy.
Oh, right, yes. Neither player checked the Cana Burna cave.
That is very true. It could end up holding an item that both of them will need.
Yep, and with both having the magic cape off the Zora, who knows? And both opting not to grab the Cana Burna. And Zarby is heading for Swamp as well.
So far, some fantastic ideas from our runners here.
Yep.
The strats have just been phenomenal.
Now, with the hammer in hand here for Zarby, all he needs to find is the bow, and then he can complete the Palace of Darkness. And he's already looted almost all the chests he needs to loot out of it, so all you'd have to worry about is the whole right side area where you warp in over to where the remaining 2 chests are, and then head over to the boss.
Exactly. That'll be a really quick dungeon for him.
Ruble hitting the switch, which is a good idea.
Yes,
This will
I'm very glad that he ended up not hitting that flood switch, though. We almost had a issue yesterday in one of our runs.
We've had a few races like that too over the course of this where they hit the switch.
Yes, and end up flooding that key. It ends up just being some bad luck or not remembering that there's a key hidden down there.
And for anybody who key locks, what you have to do is you have to warp out of the dungeon and not just go out of the dungeon. You have to go one screen to the right and then do the whole filling of the emptying of the swamp process again.
Yes, you do.
And Zarby's not that far behind here as far as this dungeon is concerned. So we're going to catch firsthand on Ruble's end what this dungeon has in store. And apparently some window update notifications pop up. Don't worry, your computers are fine. I hope.
Ruble finding that big key.
Yep, and that'll allow him to get to the big chest before he heads over to Argus.
Absolutely.
Which is a good feeling, because you don't want to have to backtrack after going to Argus, because Argus and Mothula are the two bosses in this game who could actually hold the big key.
Yep. That they can. Well, it'll be interesting to see what he ends up finding here. I believe he hasn't found the compass yet. Oh, and it looks like Argus may have the compass.
Well, there's 4 chests left in this swamp palace here for Ruble.
That is very true. Oh, we're getting some smorks in about the swamp. Not liking people in their swamp.
Well, this is a quest. This is a crystal dungeon. We have to drain your swamp. We have to go through it. We have to kill your enemies.
Or pets. I mean, however you want to look at them.
I don't want to call those things pets.
Oh, Ruble finding the bow.
Oh, yes, the bow at the Swamp Palace. Yeah, Zarby's going to be really happy to find that because, once again, that makes Palace of Darkness winnable.
That it does.
So, as we pointed out before, the only way that this run can really trick our players with the pedestal required is if the fire rod is there.
And it still has not been found, so there's still a chance that it could be there. Let's see. This will be the second crystal dungeon for both of our runners, I believe.
Yep, both of them currently sitting in 1 crystal apiece. Which I believe they got out of the Tower of Hera, if I remember correctly.
That
was correct.
Argus going down real fast and in a hurry.
Buttersword makes it so easy.
Right,
and he does have the compass, you called it.
Ruble finishing up Argus.
Chad is pointing out something that is also a possibility here, that magic powder could be in the pedestal and that it leads to the fire rod.
Oh, that is a very good point, because fire rod could be at Purple Bat. Oh man. Oh, and Ruble not opting to check double chested fairy there.
May
not sure if he realizes. Yep.
Yeah, may not have realized that he's at the position that he is right now.
That is
but he is heading for the Palace of Darkness, which is a good play at this point.
Oh, it looks like Zarby is getting some Windows update pop-ups, according to chat. Fiesel's going to be changing the sounds over to Ruble. I guess it was, Ruble. Scaring some people there in chat, thinking that their computers may need to be updated. Hopefully Zarby doesn't get forced into an update and end up having his computer restart.
That would be awful. That would be awful if that happened right in the middle of the race here.
Absolutely.
Now, Ruble's going to check the chest in here. He is still on search for the fire rod. He's going to be extremely happy to find the lamp in here.
Yes, he will. Oh, and Zarby did not get the bow.
Oh,
Zarby skipped those chests. No.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Oh. So fingers crossed that he goes back for those. But I don't think he's going to. And if so, that's going to give Ruble a huge, huge lead.
I'm gonna check that when he gets to his sub menu here. Yep,
Oh.
he skipped it over, and
No,
he is
he's
leaving the
leaving.
swamp.
No, Zarby, no.
Oh no!
Oh.
And that could be game, set, and match right there. Two
Yes, it
chests
can.
that were only 2 rooms away have now eluded Zarby.
Oh. I'm rip run. Oh, that's
my
rough.
goodness.
Oh, Ruble finding that net now.
It's nice usage for your empty bottles.
Absolutely. Wonder what Zarby. Looks like Zarby's going for hammer pegs.
Yep, it's hammer time.
That it is. Oh, it looks like we're getting some F's in there for respect.
Oh, the fire
Zarby
rod!
finding the fire rod. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a great find for him, but he needs that bow.
If he had grabbed the bow, he would be on go mode at this point.
Yes, he would.
Oh my god.
That bow is gonna kill him.
And now finding the fire rod is really, really bad because it's going to put him on a path of different routes here. It's going to tell him, okay, maybe you can go to Skull Woods. Maybe you can go to the Ice Palace instead of going where he needs to go, and that's back into the Swamp Palace.
Even Turtle Rock, he could end up finishing this entire setup and just, he's going to be missing. Oh, man, it's so ugly.
And I know exactly how that feels because you know I've done it the same thing. I misplaced an ether medallion tablet, and that turned out to be where the bow was in my run a couple of days ago. It is a really wretched and evil feeling when you're running out of places and you're trying to find the essential item and it's just not there.
Exactly, and it ends up being somewhere that you've just been, and you just happen not to check that one chest. Well, in this case too, but yeah, it's rough. It's a rough time.
And Zarby was in decent position because he had already cleared out most of the Palace of Darkness.
Yep.
Ruble getting the lamp. That'll help him for the dark rooms. And he's probably breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief here.
I think so. I think he is.
Because I'm not certain how good Ruble is with dark rooms, but it definitely makes it easier when you can actually see what's going on here. So yeah, Zarby's now in Skull Woods with the fire rod. Like I said, this is a horrible play. This is horrible because it puts him on a path that he doesn't realize at this point.
Yep, a path that is not needed.
And also, Ruble's gonna find the fire rod. When he does, this Skull Woods is just going to go straight for the boss, a boss rush. He doesn't need to do anything else.
Exactly. Yeah, Zarby's going to lose a lot of time here. But you know, you don't check the chests in the don't check all the chests in the dungeon, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah. Sometimes that chest you left behind is so important.
Exactly. Poison Augury are already calling for a 100% run from Zarby.
It's the only way he can validate this run at this point.
Ooh, oh, and Zarby takes a dive.
Yeah, but this is why you have 14 hearts.
Exactly.
And half magic and red mail. I don't see health being a problem for either of these runners at this point.
I agree.
Ooh.
Ruble having some bad luck there with that. Oh!
Yeah, I think it's I was going to say, it's probably the best idea for Ruble if he resets the room right now.
Yep. Zarby going into Mothra. Getting that guaranteed hit there with the charge. Now, fun fact about Mothula, for anybody who's watching this for the first time, Mothula's in vanilla. The only damage that you can do with a sword is to poke, which I believe halves your damage. But in the randomizer, that has been fixed, and you can just use regular swipes with your butter sword.
Yeah, you're talking the level 4 sword.
Yes, exactly.
Because tempered sword, if you run into him, it would be fine. But poking is the only way you can damage him with the butter if you're playing this the regular way. And they fixed that by lowering the classification of the butter sword to level 3 for the Mothula fight only.
Just a little piece of love in the pedestal there.
A little bit of love will be left behind in the pedestal today. Well, already knowing that the fire rod was where it was, that ended the dream anyway. We've had only one race in this tournament that actually did require the pull from the pedestal.
I have actually, you know what? I actually have not seen a race that has required it.
Yep, there's been one tournament race that has required it so far. I haven't seen the VOD yet, but I was told it was a few nights ago, maybe Wednesday or Thursday night.
Oh, very interesting. Zarby finished checking out the last of the chests here in Skull Woods.
I didn't see what Mothula dropped, but I have a feeling it was the big key.
And Ruble heading into Helmasaur, the king of the hamsters.
Yep. This run here was Zarby's, not necessarily Zarby's for the taking, but it was very, very tight between the two runners until he didn't pull all the chests from the Swamp Palace. And unfortunately, one of them contained the bow.
Exactly.
Very unlucky, finds a 20 rupee inside that chest and will have to opt to leave.
Yep, Helmasaur given a nice little bomb upgrade there.
So Ruble will be on go mode once he does get to the Peg Cave. And Zarby, could he be going back to the swamp?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, it looks like he is. So. Oh, I hope this is the play we think he's making.
Oh, I really hope so.
No, it's not.
Oh, no. It looks like he's going for Big Bomb.
Yeah, he's going Super Bomb. And Ruble checking the medallion here for Misery Mire just in case. And he finds that it is, unfortunately, the Quake medallion. So, if you were hoping for anything requiring bombos, well, there that went that too, so... Ruble will be on go mode as soon as he gets that fire rod, but he's in the desert right now because now with the lamp in hand, he can complete it.
Let's see.
This race will come down to when Zarby gets back into the Swamp Palace.
Yes, it will.
Ruble, once again, will be on go mode once he finds that fire rod, which means the run through Skullwoods is just going to be a boss rush. And a lower leveled sword and 300 rupees was in the pyramid.
I apologize about the problem with the trackers, everybody. Just a little bit of a misclick there. But
and Zarby is heading to... Is he going into Misery Mire?
I think he's going to go to
Desert.
Desert.
Yeah, he's finishing Desert.
Yep.
I am really hoping they don't set foot into Misery Mire, because that will be more of a time sink here.
Absolutely will be a large time sink that I don't think... Well, definitely Zarby can't... He can't afford to make that mistake. And Ruble, that could, if he did, that could give Zarby a chance to come back.
Ruble is heading to Kakariko Village.
Oh, he may be going for the pegs.
He-
Ooh, excuse me.
It's the right
For the
play to
hammer pegs.
make. It's the right play to make at this point. We can't say that just because it's where the last required item is, but Ruble's heading in that direction, and if that's the case, well, Zarby's chances start to go down just a little bit as Ruble does make his way over towards the Peg Cave.
Oh, man. Unless Zarby figures out real fast that he missed those 2 chests and goes back for him, Ruble may have this all tied up.
Yeah. And the whole thing is right now, Zarby doesn't have to do a whole lot in the Palace of Darkness. But,
Yep, Ruble's picking up that fire rod.
ladies and gentlemen, Ruble's in go mode.
Go mode is achieved.
Yep. Now, I'm wondering where he's going to now. Skullwoods would have been a possibility. Oh, he's heading to Death Mountain.
Huh.
This is an interesting play. Where is Ruble going?
He may be heading to Turtle Rock.
Which is a weird play with 2, but maybe he's going to make sure he's on go mode before he sets foot in another dungeon by checking Turtle Rock. Yes.
That is exactly because he did not check it earlier.
Yes. Zarby's in the Ice Palace, which is the logistical next move for him, but the problem is, without him on go mode here, he's going to be searching those 3 items in here unnecessarily.
Absolutely.
Zarby forgot the bow out of Swamp Palace, which is required for Palace of Darkness, as well as the first couple of rooms up on the top tower of, or the 3rd floor of Ganon's Tower. So Ruble is heading up here to Turtle Rock right now, and he's going to be relieved to see that it's the Quake Medallion.
Yes, he is.
And
It
he
looks
is,
like he's just going to go ahead and open it on up.
oh, is he going in?
Well, only time will tell.
He is going in!
Oh my! This will be an interesting way. I'm really interested to see what he's going to do with this
routing
run.
decision here by Ruble.
Absolutely.
Can't fault him, he's already up here, but I'm interested on this decision of his.
Absolutely. Zarby opting for the bomb jump there. Saving
Nice
some
jump.
time.
So, yeah, it's an interesting routing decision by Ruble, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to cost him any real amount of time.
Exactly.
Which is why this seems to be an okay move for him, because he had to come up here to check see what the medallion was. Because if that was Bombos, he knows he's not in go mode.
Exactly. And he'd end up having to go through and search anywhere else to be able to hopefully find that Bombos. But luckily enough, he's not going to need to.
Yep.
Oh, Ruble having some problem with the rollers there. Finds the boss key. And now that he's in go mode, he's just going to jump straight on to go into the boss.
Well, there's still the possibility that he needs to figure out where the key he needs to get downstairs. Because there's
That
still a
is true.
possibility he needs to go surf out that big chest, or the big chest, rather. But with go mode here, this isn't going to be an easy Turtle Rock for him.
No, it is not.
Ruble still has to do Skullwoods. He's going to still have to do the Ice Palace. Oh, he's having some problems with the chain chomps here. Chain chomps aren't your friend in Super Mario Brothers 3, and they aren't your friends here either.
No, they are not.
He does get through it, though. Just remember to take Bow Wow for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really been keeping up with the items that Zarby has found, but nothing really at this point has led us to the belief that he is finding anything to push him in that direction that he needs to go back to the Swamp Palace.
Not that I've seen. Zarby, just stopping there for a second, trying to figure out his options.
Yep, because
hopefully he remembers Swamp Palace.
Maybe he's doing an count to see what item count he was at. He does grab the key in this room here, and Ruble's going to back up now. There still is the possibility that he has to go visit the big chest.
Zarby going into Cotton Candy.
Oh, perfect strats here against Cold Stare.
Beautiful.
And he finds the piece of paper that tells you where to go in this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Once after you get down to the basement. So, where Zarby goes next is going to be a decision that will determine if he has a shot in this run at all. He's going back in.
Oh no, he's in his thought process. He's got to check. He's got to check for that bow.
That is correct. But he doesn't know it. He's on a path of wrongness right now. And it's a good thing Ruble did check the big chest, because it did contain a key. Ruble here on Turtle Rock. He still has Skull Woods, Ice Palace to do. Zarby still has the Palace of Darkness.
And Turtle Rock.
And we know it right now. He's got to go back into the swamp to claim the bow.
Exactly.
As I pointed out just a few times here, this race is not over with, but how fast Zarby makes it back to the Swamp Palace will determine his fate in this run.
Yes, it will. Absolutely.
And he didn't open the door. Whoops. Which is just a microscopic amount of time at this point, but he's probably getting himself all flourished right now, trying to figure out where in the world is this bow. And again, I can sympathize with this. We all can. We have done this before.
Exactly.
There's no
worse standard
feeling.
problem.
There's no worse feeling than knowing that you are missing an essential item. And you have no clue where it is. You've got to worry that your only chance is that your opponent gets stumped by it as well.
Ruble making really quick work of Trinex here.
Yep. Trying to send them out for a first couple of hits, and wow, there you go.
Beautiful.
Magnificent kill. Yeah, Zarby finding another key, and he says, that's it, I'm out of here. Come on, Zarby. Go to the swamp. Let's channel it into the chat here. Swamp. No, he is going to Turtle Rock.
Oh, no.
And again, I can speak from experience because I did this on my run on Friday night. Turtle Rock, when you're missing the bow, it's possible that it could be there. You're hoping right now beyond belief that the bow is hiding somewhere in those 5 chests plus the Mimic Cave here on this part of Hyrule. as Ruble now makes his way to Skull Woods. And this is where Ruble is going to put a gigantic gap in this race. He's just got to do boss rush here. And that's why he's skipping this first section of Skull Woods. He doesn't need to do it. He knows. He's on go mode. You just got to go into this one section, grab this one key, and get out. Meanwhile, Zarby's going to be checking every chest he finds here in Turtle Rock, hoping to find that little wooden thing with a string on it.
Yep.
So this, again, is not a bad play by Zarby, but we know it's not the right play. And the time he spends checking the extra chest in here will give Ruble a little extra time to run away. Now, Ruble's going to spend a couple seconds here with Bunny. He does run into an enemy that resets it, thankfully. But this just enhances the importance of not gambling.
Yep. Absolutely.
Ruble went and grabbed those two chests that were in the drained well room. Zarby did not. Unfortunately for Zarby, one of those chests had the bow in it.
Yep, and that's going to come back to bite him real bad here. Ruble
And
finishing up Mothula.
yeah, that was pretty fast work through the Skull Woods. Now it's time for a quick blitz through Ice Palace.
Yep, that's all that Ruble's going to need is that Ice Palace, and then he's straight on to Ganon's Tower.
And yes, the bow is required because you need to kill mimics in the Palace of Darkness. That's the first need of the bow. And then you've got to kill those mimics again in Ganon's Tower. So there's two cases of the bow being required, especially a third if you don't know how to do Silverless Ganon. Oh, nice kill in that room by Zarby, but remember, he's on search for the bow, so he's checking every single chest. So he's
Yes,
gonna go
he
into
is.
this room. He finds the map. Zarby probably says a couple of colorful words at this point.
Oh, I would imagine. I would absolutely imagine, because I would be saying them right there with him.
And just continuing this run here, just trying to find where this precious bow could be. And it'll be interesting to see if he checks Mimic Cave,
It definitely will be.
because it is possible to kill those mimics without a bow. It's the red ones that you need the bow for.
That you do, and it's such a loss that he hasn't found the bow, largely because finding the silver arrow so early and not being able to have that bow, it just
And
there's
yes,
such a time save.
we're gonna say hello to the mimics.
Oh, here we go. My bet is that Mimic Cave will have magic powder.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. We haven't seen the magic powder come into play yet. Nice kill of the mimic group, though.
Very nice.
And it's for 3 unfortunate bombs.
That it is. Ruble getting a beautiful penguin kill there.
Yeah, both penguin kills in that room have been beautiful. And Ruble now probably about a minute away from heading on over to Ganon's Tower. And yeah, it's a heart piece that you normally would get if you're doing this in the regular game. In fact, it is the last heart piece you're going to find if you're doing the 100% run. So, as we pointed out before, just because we've got nothing else to really talk about at this point, there's a lot of great races going on here today, both here and on Speed Gaming 2. There's actually a race going on right now as we speak at Speed Gaming 2.
Absolutely.
So, put us on multi-Twitch and just go ahead and watch both of them as we speak. Ruble going up against Cold Stare. This will be a quick and easy fight, especially with half magic.
Yes, it will. Yeah, the other match going on Speed Gaming 2 right now is going to be between Mike the V and Code Lizard. And following this match here will be Zarby in another run back-to-back against Quizbowl.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to go on another run, but he's going to learn a big lesson out of this race that hopefully he attaches to the next one.
I hope so.
And Zarby,
really hope so.
One chest away from being, oh no. Oh no. Ruble's done with the Ice Palace. He's heading on over to Ganon's Tower. So what we'd like to do here in chat here to get a little bit of activity, there are 22 possible chests and also the torch item where the big key could be contained. I'd like for people in the chat to put what chest number they think the big key is going to be found in on this run.
Oh, and we are getting our guesses in. 3, 18, 1, 7, 17, 12, 14, 16. Oh, man, we got a lot of guesses here. Let's see who's going to end up getting it right.
What do you think it's going to be, Jeremy?
I always stick with my lucky number 13. But, I mean, with that last run with it being the very first chest checked, that was just phenomenal.
Well, I'm going to guess number 6 for this run.
Well, we will find out shortly.
I was wrong in the first run, but that was more because I wanted it to be a race with the Canis and Mario be needed, but...
Yes, exactly.
Here we go. So...
Zarby taking down Trinex very quickly.
Will he go to Swamp Palace next?
We can only hope.
He's a little too far back now to make a dent in what Ruble's got an amazing run going right now. But we are talking a very big decision coming up here for Zarby89.
Absolutely.
So 22 possibilities for this big key can be. And let's go ahead and find out where it's going to be for Ruble. There's actually 27. The first 22 are on the bottom, plus the big chest for making 23. And then there's 4 on the ascend up. Ascend up, rather. 20 possible
Ruble
items.
heading in.
1 is a small key. 2 is a small key.
And it looks like he's going to head over to the left side now to get a couple more quick chests.
Zarby's going to the Palace of Darkness, which he can't beat. 3's a small key.
And Bob has been killed.
We're not going to see a Bob this time around.
Oh, poor Bob.
This pot is a key. We don't count that as part of the 22 because it doesn't count as an item that you pick up and show it off to the world.
Oh, Zarby heading into Eastern Palace.
Oh, Eastern Palace. Ooh. Number 5. No. Number 6. More heart. Why not? Number 7. More heart. Why not? 15 hearts. This should be really a quick, easy seed here for Ruble.
Absolutely. Oh, Ruble missing the hook shot.
Yeah, I think he tried to go with the interesting long-range hook shot. Just doesn't get that far.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is a single rupee, which reminds me, we haven't seen the single arrow out of this run.
I don't believe we have.
Ooh, nice speed strats there by Ruble.
Very nice.
I'm gonna learn some of these tricks.
Oh, right. That's the thing I've absolutely loved about watching this tournament is being able to see all the strats that these runners have and knowing that you can go and apply them to your run. Number 9 is a piece of heart. Zarby not picking up that mirror shield.
He probably wished he had it for that one room in Turtle Rock.
Oh, I bet.
All right, 10 through 13 coming up.
Ten is bombs, 11 compass, 12 is the heart. Oh, well, there goes my 13.
My 6 passed away a long time ago. Man, the great pass here.
We do still have some guests for 15, 16, 22, 18.
People guessing the amount of heart containers because we're up to 16 right now.
Oh, goodness gracious. And poor Bob, not there to greet us.
14 is a no. We've got the Armos Knights coming up. If this was the last run, these runners would have been getting really nervous. Because then you'd be possibility of dealing with the Canis Mario required.
Absolutely.
Zarby's going to Misery Mire.
Oh, no. No, Zarby, no. Oh, and there's the big key right there on 15.
Number 15. There's the single arrow.
Oh.
In the same room.
Let's see who we have for our winners here. We've got Verbose guessed correctly with 15. We've got Killer App 23 guessed correctly with 15. Looks like those are our 2 winners for today.
You win a piece of guys. But unfortunately, we don't have it because Ruble has 15 hearts. We lost all of our pieces of affection in this run.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ruble doing the setup here to get the Mimics all to one side. It's another strat I need to learn.
Clemming the bow is actually hidden in Swamp, which Zarby has already completed but missed the 2 chests, including the one with the bow.
Yep. And that has been what has made this run a whole lot different for him. He was right on pace with Ruble until that happened. When he left the bow behind in the Swamp Palace, that pretty much ended it
killed
right
him.
there.
Absolutely.
Ruble now going through the gauntlet here on the 4th floor.
Oh, and finds that Zarby finds that magic powder.
Yep, it was in Misery Mire.
Sadly, that's still not any help for him.
Yep, he was hoping the one of 2 items that are in Misery Mire would be the bow. And after this, I think Zarby is out of options.
I think so.
I think he will be completely out of options. Then he knows at that point he is going to have to go back into the swamp.
That's if he realizes that he didn't get those 2 chests. We may be looking at...
There's the other item right there. The red rupee. Zarby knows this. He counts his items. And because of that, he's going to leave Misery Mire. In misery.
Yes, he will.
Now the decision to be made.
I think...
Where is he
looks
going
like
next?
Zarby may be going to Purple Bat now that he's got that magic powder.
Oh, yes. Yep. That's exactly where he's going.
Oh, I bet he's so excited. I bet he thinks that he's figured it out. I feel so bad. I know that feeling. Just like, yes, no, that's got to be it. That's got to be where it's going to be at. And then I'm back in the race. And then...
Wow.
Absolutely.
So what do you think this item's going to be?
I'm going to say Bombos.
Ooh, that's a good possibility.
Oh, and another Butter Sword.
Yep. Judging by the signs, that's probably the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a clean kill here for Ruble, but missed the one on the bottom left, the Wizrobe. So now Zarby, thinking, where do I go next? Thinking about it.
He doesn't know. Go back to Swamp, Zarby. Go back to Swamp, Zarby.
Yes, that's what you need to do. No,
he's looking.
not the 6.
No,
the
not the
7.
6.
Not the 6.
No. Oh, I think he may be going to finish Misery Mire. But he had his count correct.
There's nothing else for him in Misery Mire.
No, there isn't.
Yes, he's going back into Misery Mire. No.
Oh, he stopped. He stopped.
He's thinking, did I get 2 items out of there? Yes, he did. The magic powder and 20 rupees. Ruble's checking the chest, so that means we might have a validated run here. Thinking about it.
Oh, he's going back and forth. He's not quite sure.
Mirroring. This is just so agonizing.
Yes, it is.
He's going to flute again. Maybe did he realize he didn't get all the chests of the swamp? Looking at his map.
I think he's trying to remember if he's done Big Fairy. Oh, and Ruble takes a stumble off the edge.
Mm-hmm. Still thinking about it. And
come on, Zarby. Come on, Zarby, Swamp.
Come on.
Come on, everybody.
He's going.
Everybody in chat, Swamp Pipe, Swamp Pipe. Oh, and Ruble takes another stumble.
And yes, Zarby's going back to the swamp, and how he's going to be kicking himself when he finds the bow.
And he's going
2 away from where he needed to be. Ruble finally gets Moldern down.
And the run is validated. Ruble is not disqualified.
And I was waiting to see if that piece of heart was going to complete another heart container, because why not at this point? 16 hearts.
Right.
We need a 17th so you can go up against Ganon.
Oh, Zarby heading in. Oh,
Yeah.
He's going to kick himself. Oh, he's going to be so upset when he finds it.
Yeah, because this is a case here where you gambled on 2 items, you try to save yourself all of 30 seconds in the run by not checking those items. Nice double hit here by Ruble. You try to save yourself 30 seconds in the run by not checking those 2 chests. And how much time has he now sunk because of it? More like probably 20 minutes.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Game Chrono. It's a joke that the commentators have. It's if they don't get that last chest, then they're disqualified. But it's just a joke.
It's a meme. It's a meme. It's a meme just like Bob is. To which Bob is the anti-fairy that is deformed because you don't grab the item off the torch.
Yep.
In that second room of Ganon's tower. Zarby is so close to that room.
Or just like the old man love.
You got to reset that. He's gonna have to redrain it. No, he doesn't have to redrain it. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go. And he finds the bow finally, and he's pissed. Oh, he's upset.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so upset.
Those sword swings says it all.
Yes, it does. Oh, he's so upset.
For some reason, I
The
thought
face
you had to
palming is
redo it.
happening.
Yeah. If there was a webcam on his face, it's probably of a... Oh, no. Now where is he going?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's realized he hasn't done Palace of Darkness.
He's got to finish Palace of Darkness first.
Yeah, I bet if oh goodness. I bet if we did have a camera for
And
Zarby,
now he realizes it.
that's all we would see in chat is just a whole bunch of broken SNES controllers.
Mm-hmm. That's Saven's, well, that's NES controller, never mind. I was gonna say that Saven's emote. We're going up against the final stage of Ganon here for Ruble. Gets the first hit down, goes over the corner, gets the second hit down, grabs the fire rod, gets ready to relight the torch. He did get the torch glitch, which was good.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, gets hit with the bat. And he
That's
completes
no problem. Gets Ganon
and Ruble finishes with a official SRL time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 35 seconds.
As he gets ready to go through the door and hits the dot done, Zarby recognizes that this race was unfortunately done and over with at that point.
Yep, Zarby gives a nice GG in IRC chat.
The decision not to grab the bow was the fatal blow to Zarby89's run.
Razor Wraith, the silver arrows were, I believe, the third chest, I believe. It was very, very early on.
It was in the hut. The thieves dropped down to their hideout.
Yes, that's where it was. It was very, very early on.
And while we get ready to have Ruble come in for an interview, we want you to guess the bonk counter that's going to show up on his screen in just a couple of minutes here, or rather about 7.5 minutes from now. Guess high, because the boots were in Zelda's chest. That sounded wrong. That sounded so wrong.
Oh, trust me, it's nowhere near as bad as Old Man Love. Which I'm sure we'll end up seeing that clip getting posted in chat here in just a couple seconds. Now remember, everybody, don't forget to follow your runners.
Yep. And we will go ahead and wait for Ruble to come in, but yeah. How about a lot of love for both of our runners here? They gave us a good run here. It's just unfortunately the gamble that Zarby89 pulled turned out to be the fatal one.
Absolutely.
All right, and with that, let's go ahead and welcome in Ruble to come in and join us for the interview. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Ruble. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks. I was pretty worried there by the end.
Yeah. Oh, it was rough. Zarby had a lot of trouble finding that bow. He skipped those last two chests in Swamp, hoping to save some time, and it came back to bite him.
Yeah, he gambled on those two chests, and when it came out to be that the bow was in there, ripped about a good 20 minutes of his run.
Yeah, that's that's pretty bad. I was thinking if it would be anything, it would have been the hammer, or not the hammer, fire rod.
He had actually found fire rod, I believe, about 5 minutes before you had, but that was I think a little bit after he had missed that bow.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you want to know why I did Turtle Rock before anything else.
Oh yeah, we do want to find that out, but we had an idea. Was that to check the medallion?
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot to check it the first time around.
It happens, absolutely.
So obviously, then you're already up there. You might as well complete it.
Yeah, that was my thinking. I wasn't about to gamble on the Bombos not being needed.
Yeah, because if you end up going all the way to Turtle Rock after going on go mode for 2 dungeons to find out the Bombos was needed, well, oops. So how about this run that started off with boots and Zelda's dungeon room?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Boots,
you don't want to call
red
it
mail.
Zelda's chest again?
I'm trying not to be clipped for a second time.
But yeah, it was a pretty good scene from the beginning. I figured it was going to be a little trolly just because we got so much safety right at the beginning, and the flute.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Zarby getting ready to head over to Ganon's Tower now.
Not too far behind, even though he didn't get the bow until later, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing for him was that, as Jeremy pointed out, he got the fire rod right after leaving the Swamp Palace. So that sent him on the idea that he could go to Skull Woods to go to Ice Palace, which obviously for you were on mop-up mode at that point in time. Just go right straight for the crystal. He ended up having to go full clear them.
Yeah, that's a shame. I know Zarby's like the better player, at least in terms of like mechanics and stuff, but yeah, something like that can really ruin your day.
Absolutely. It's a gamble. You could see yourself saving some time, only except for whoops. It turned out to bite you in the end. So
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was pretty worried at the beginning when we got like flute right away, because there's a lot of things that, or at least a few things that open up with that, and in my mind I kept thinking like whether or not I could visit East Death Mountain like the entire time until I got hammered or hookshot, I think. So yeah. I was just worried that there was something I was missing, especially not going to Zora until later, even though he only had the cape, which kind of bugged me.
Yeah, well, the cape would be nice if it led to something, but turned out to be neither of you had to end up using it.
Did he get it? Let me see.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got the cape. Neither of you have actually used it at all during this run, but
where was Powder?
Misery Mire.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of worried about not having powder going into Ganon's tower, just because I take a lot of damage going through this, and having those anti-fairies as safety is really good.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge help.
You made it through there, but obviously having 16 hearts also helped you.
Yeah. And the red
That is correct, Tool. Zarby is scheduled for a back-to-back match today on Speed Gaming.
Yeah, that's a rough thing. We saw a Parisian player end up doing it last night with 2 matches in quick fashion, but it looks like Zarby tried to do the same thing that Ruble did and get this long layer here, try to hookshot to the other side.
Yeah, I always forget how this room works. There were a lot of things I did wrong in this race. Plus, I got bullied by boulders, like insanely.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Zarby with a nice hook shot there.
Yeah, we're seeing some good skills from both of you players. Both of your cold stares were great.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah, if it's Fire Rod Cold Stare, I can typically do it well. If I have to do Bombos, I don't know the timing.
That's a good point, yeah.
So let's see what the bonk count is.
Locations
Bonk
pre-boot
count is
6,
33.
which is higher than we had in the first run today. 33 bonks.
Let's see if we had any winners. Let's see, we had pretty close with 31, 37, 35. I don't see a clear winner for our bonk count.
33 is a low number considering how early you got the boots.
Absolutely.
I think my first race was 16. But I don't
As Fiesel is saying in chat, everybody, there is another match happening right now over at Speed Gaming 2, which is Mike the V and Code Lizard, if anybody would like to go check that out before this next race starts. The next one here will be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So we've got, I believe, 2 hours before the next run.
Yep, and let me go ahead and check something out real fast. What lessons will you take from this race that you will attach to your remaining runs in this tournament?
Honestly, just to calm down, because I was pretty flustered for a lot of this run. I was like running through my head. I'm not used to not getting like hook shot and hammered pretty early. I'm not used to not getting them pretty early. So I had to like run it through my head what the heck I could even do. Like I even went into Aghanim's tower thinking I would need to do that, even though I had the flippers at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Zarby now finding the big key and is making his way to Aga 2 now.
Yep. And I just want to point out here, coming up here on Speed Gaming in about an hour from now, we have the Shovel Knight Finals before more Link to the Past randomizer tournament action going on at 2 o'clock, and then Ori and the Blind Forest at 4:30 p.m. And then more randomizer coming up after that, so stay tuned and be sure to follow both Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 for more Link to the Past randomizer, and also more tournament races, whether it be randomizer or not randomizer.
Absolutely. Yeah, the amount of runs that SRL and Speed Gaming do are just absolutely phenomenal. The amount of tournaments that they have going on at one time, and the coordination between both the runners and the people actually coordinating these tournaments. It's amazing the work that they do, and honestly, I just want to give a big thanks to these guys. They're fantastic people, and they've got their stuff in order.
I definitely have shouted them out already during the course of this morning, the breakfast with the Zelda, but definitely a huge thanks to Feasel and Mythical as well for all the hard work they do here behind the scenes at Speed Gaming. I got another question for Ruble, because I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Did you start going into Aga's tower before backtracking out of it?
Yeah, I did. I thought it might be needed. But then I remembered it was just a shield at the Lumberjack's hut, and I remembered I had flippers at that point, so I could just get there.
I was going to ask what led you to backtrack out and to stop doing that.
Yeah, that I mean, I thought of it like right as I was entering, but then I'm like, I guess I'll just do it anyway. But then I realized that there's literally no reason to do that. It's just slower. But yeah, like definitely could have saved a lot of time if I didn't do that. And but yeah, like the seed was kind of trolly putting hookshot at the catfish, especially considering I think flippers weren't even in, or wait, flippers were in play at that point.
Yeah, flippers was what, Desert Palace?
I believe so.
Don't remember.
I'm trying to remember because, of course, this is my second race commentating, so I'm trying to remember between this race and the earlier one. But, you know, you had a fantastic run. You know, definitely 100 minutes and 33 seconds is a really good time for this.
Oh, Zarby down to 1 heart.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Could have some problems here.
Yep, and I don't know if he's got any potions with him.
I believe he still has that 1 blue potion, but I'm not sure if he remembers.
He better, because if he takes a death here, this is a long walk back up the tower.
Yes, it is. Oh, well, let's see what he ends up doing.
Well, he just bypassed it on his menu, and if either of these things hits him, he's dead, but he gets into this room now. Thankfully, he's got the magic powder. Use the magic powder! No!
Oh. Oh, let's see what he blends. Okay, so he makes quick work of Moldorm 2 there. Now let's see if Zarby's going to be DQ'd or if he's actually going to be... Oh! It is verified. Good run.
Oh, I was really hoping that that would be the one to put him to 17 hearts, because he needs that more than anything else!
Oh, I completely agree.
Nice use of the hookshot to prevent any damage there and gets himself set up for the speed run up to the top.
Going into Aga 2 with 1 heart.
Yes, he cannot take any hits, I believe, from the fireballs. I don't know if they give you one. Not a single hit. Both
I believe it's
wide
a single
to the right.
damage.
Come on, Zarby.
Oh, barely misses that second one.
Nice shot, at least on one of them. Gets him, I believe, at 3. Oh, nice double.
And that is it. Aga 2 is down.
Yes,
a
Aga
1
2
heart
down.
Aga 2 run.
Now, can he do a 1 heart Ganon run?
Oh. Oh, that would be amazing.
Nice bonk there as he waits for the swag duck to come on in. I'm almost, if I was him, I would take a death abuse right now.
Ruble.
I actually think a death abuse would be good.
I completely agree. At this point in time, it would be a big help for him.
Just tank into him and go. This is going to be really amazing if he can do this on one heart without dying.
Oh!
Wow! Continuing it on.
Oh,
continuing
man.
on with one heart. Oh,
Oh, and he gets hit!
Batted!
Oh, he has a fairy!
Oh my god!
Oh, I was not aware that he had a fairy at all.
Unnecessary drama.
Oh my gosh.
Unnecessary drama. That's why he didn't use the potion. He had a fairy backup.
Oh man.
Zarby knows exactly what he's up to here.
Zarby getting that double
Nice
arrow
double. And gets him in the corner and gets him for another hit. Almost all 4 hits in one process. There we go.
Oh,
That's a beautiful Ganon kill.
hit. Wow, that was amazing. And Zarby is going to finish with an SRL official time of 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 23 seconds. Oh, beautiful run.
Unbelievable. My goodness.
I'm asking Zarby now if he wants to come in for an interview.
Yeah, we will have time for the interview with him. We got a few minutes here on Speed Gaming here. Once again, don't forget Shovel Knight Finals coming up beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern. And all those times I told you earlier, they are all Eastern time. So 1 o'clock Eastern is the Shovel Knight Finals. Coming up at 2 o'clock is more Link to the Past Randomizer on this channel. Don't forget, there is a race going on right now on Speed Gaming 2. And Jeremy, who are those 2 combatants?
The 2 right now are Mike the V and Code Lizard, currently going at it.
So be sure to stick around here for more exciting Link to the Past Randomizer and also other races coming up here on Speed Gaming. My goodness, that Ganon's fight scared me.
Oh, I hear that.
And also put in your chat, your guesses into the chat. How many bonks you think Zarby89 took, and include that swag one at the end.
Yes, that swag bonk there.
And Zarby's going to decline the interview. Not really fluent on English, so he's going to decline the interview, which is understandable. How about a GG for both of our runners?
Absolutely. Let's get some GGs in the chat for the runners. Fantastic, fantastic runs.
So, what a day so far. 2
Absolutely.
interesting races, 2 early boot races so far. What do you think the afternoon's got in store for us as we wait for the bonk count on Zarby's end?
Honestly, I see some troll runs coming in. Yesterday, there wasn't a massive amount of troll runs, and so I think today's going to make up for them.
I am just excited about what's to come. I mean, this has been a really exciting 13 days of the tournament. Also, I do want to remind people, there is a page for clips. If you've picked up any clips along the way during the course of this tournament, there's a submission form to submit your clips. And, you know, just let's fill up those pages with some exciting clips during the course of this tournament. Every race has had something that has been extremely interesting about it.
Absolutely. Oh, and Intosis comes in with the old man love. I knew as soon as you started talking about clips, I'm just like, oh, it's going to come in. It's going to come in. How long is it going to take? And it's right there.
Either that or the Boots and Zelda's chest.
Yep. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, let's see what Zarby's got for his bonk count.
I'm going to guess on his end 49.
I think that's probably going to be about right there or in the 50s. Kevmo, if you actually click that clip right there, just 2 spots above you, you'll understand the old man love. It was in a race from yesterday. There was just it was a comment that went awry, and it was just fantastic. It was some great laughs.
And do you have a guess in there, Ruble, for how many bonks Zarby has?
I don't know. I didn't see it, obviously. So I'll say 37.
37. I was just more asking that based on when we got the boots in this run.
Oh, Zarby's saying that he got distracted by a hex chat alert while he was in swamp.
Oh.
I don't know if that's just kind of a joke in there, but I don't know.
That is a possibility, though. That is a possibility in regards to what may have caused him to overlook the bow.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so everybody get your
But still, 156.22 is a very good effort, especially considering the issues that he had with regards to the bow.
Absolutely.
Like, if he grabbed that bow the first time through Swamp Palace, this could have really easily have been a race.
Oh, yes. Yes, it could have. Honestly, I think I really think that if Zarby would have gotten that bow, it would have been a whole different race.
We would be talking about a neck-and-neck race up Ganon's Tower.
Absolutely.
If not even... Again, it goes to show you when clearing out dungeons, sometimes it's the best play to make sure you do clear out all of the dungeons. And if that distraction there could have possibly have just left him be enough that he may have thought he grabbed those or miscounted his items.
Yep, exactly.
And he said he thinks he did a pretty good run, just unfortunately he missed the bow in the swamp. So, let's give it for both of these guys. This was a great run. This was a great run by them. 2 good competitors. Let's follow both of the runners, Ruble and Zarby89. And I also know Zarby89 is also busy doing other things. Like he's also in the Zelda 1 randomizer tournament. So he's got equal time between both of them that he's trying to prepare for.
Absolutely, and it's rough being having to keep up with both games, practicing for both, and then having the tournament go for both, all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. How about the idea of getting silvers early? What does that do to you, Ruble?
Not much really. I'm pretty comfortable with the silverless Ganon fight at this point. I mean, it's a good thing to get. It's just a safety at that point.
It's a safety, but does it give you the idea that your runner, if they're not experienced with the silverless Ganon, that it might put them on equal terms with you?
Yeah. I think if I never find silverless arrows and I'm racing against someone that probably has less experience, and I think that gives me an edge. But I don't assume that people won't be able to do silverless Ganon.
53 bunks, by the way.
53.
Wow. But yeah, again, with the early boots, it was a number that we were expecting, especially considering the fact that he decided to bonk while waiting for the catfish and bonked while waiting for the swag duck at Agnum.
Absolutely.
So once again, give it up for both of these guys. I think it's time for us to go ahead and bring us towards the end of this current run. Once again, Shovel Knight Finals coming up at 1 p.m. Eastern here on Speed Gaming, and then more Link to the Past Randomizer at 2. If you want more Link to the Past Randomizer right now, you can go to Speed Gaming 2. And don't forget
Absolutely.
to do exclamation point ALTTP, and there's a schedule there of all upcoming races. So I'm going to get on out of here. I know Jeremy's going to get out of here too, but I'm going to have Jeremy kick us on out of here. I'm Adirondack Rick. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Again, everybody, make sure that you go through and give those runners a follow. They've given a great show for you guys. If you guys would like to check out both Adirondack and my channels, so they're also posted there if you do exclamation point commentary. But that is going to be it for tonight. Congratulations again, Ruble. That was a fantastic race, and we'll see you guys all back here at 2 o'clock for Zarby and Quiz Bowl. And again, there is still a match going on right now over on Speed Gaming 2 between Code Lizard and Mike the V. But we will see you guys next time, and you all have a good one.
All right, thank you.